I wanted to do was put my family, my mother, my father in a comfortable position. My dad is a millionaire. My mother, she's a millionaire. And the investments were for my grandchildren, not just my children.
Yeah.
You know, put them in a position. That's really what it's about.
Yeah.
Give him that.
Absolutely.
I was going through the deck of cards. I started doing 436 push-ups a day. Then I went from 436 to 872. Then I went to 1308. So I was doing 1,300 push-ups a day.
How many push-ups can you do in one round?
Well, the most I ever done was probably when I got out, I done 141, but just regular, it's 100.
A regular's 100.
Yes.
But 141's the limit.
Wow. That's what I done at straight 141.
You know what? That makes me not feel so bad that I've hit 50 before. I feel like 1/3 to Floyd is not bad.
I'm sure he probably has a different frame.
I don't think so. I think we're actually built quite different.
I don't believe in running in the morning and then training, training later on in the daytime. I mean, I think that's backwards because I feel like I should exert myself in the boxing gym, not on the road. I can't go run between 5 and 8 miles on a regular and then go spar 6 and 7 rounds. I'm not going to be 100%. I feel that the body should rest. I get to the boxing gym around 2:30. When I get to the boxing gym, I don't shadow box. I don't believe in shadow boxing. Well, I'll work it. I shadow box a little bit to warm up. I don't warm up. No, I don't want.
Before his much talked about rematch with Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather made a surprising statement. He explained the real secret behind his achievements. His tough training routine is unusual because it avoids running and heavy physical workouts. Floyd follows a preparation style that is very different from most professional fighters. He does not rely on shadow boxing or long runs to remain in shape. Instead, he believes the best method for him is hard sparring in the ring. These sparring rounds not only keep him physically ready but also sharpen his technique and reactions. Floyd puts all of his attention on improving his boxing. He later spoke in greater detail about how these sparring sessions help shape his performance.
I spar 9-minute rounds. We box 9-minute rounds. The first round we box 9 minutes, then we box 7 minutes, and then we box 8 minutes straight. We got different guys coming in. We spar with different guys. Different guys get in, guys get out. When I come to the gym, I tell them cut the bell off. We work by the clock on. We may hit the bag 30 or 40 minutes straight. But within that 30 and 40 minutes, water and liquid to rehydrate you every now and then, not too much. We may hit the bag 15 minutes straight and then get water, or we may go 40 minutes straight with no water. It's all about pushing it.
Floyd explained that becoming an elite boxer depends greatly on the way a fighter trains inside the gym. He believes building skill and learning through sparring sessions matters far more than spending time running or doing standard workouts. He even downplayed the value of shadow boxing, suggesting that the true path to success is spending many hours sparring with skilled and experienced fighters. Floyd's trainer, Zab Judah, later revealed additional surprising details about those training sessions. According to the boxing coach, Floyd approaches training with the hunger of someone who has nothing, working with the mindset of a man who is still trying to prove himself.
Were you shocked by the way he trained? Like, what is so dramatic? Like, help me understand, because I'm not there. What does he do that's so above and beyond what other people do?
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse on Saturday night. He trains like he's broke. No joke. He trains like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow. And now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him T.
Floyd Mayweather truly believes he has earned the title of the greatest boxer ever. In another conversation, he spoke openly about showing his wealth and celebrating his accomplishments. While discussing the younger generation of fighters, Floyd criticized them for avoiding the difficult road required to reach the top. He explained that his greatness today comes from the sacrifices he made early in his life and career. In his view, many modern fighters do not want to work as hard or give up comfort for future success. Floyd also revealed why he enjoys displaying his fortune. He admitted honestly that the struggles and sacrifices from his early boxing days are the reason he proudly shows his success today. Once again, he criticized young fighters, saying they dream big but look for shortcuts instead of putting in the real effort.
When they come up to me with promotions, everyone, oh, we want a new car, we want a house, we want an apartment. They want everything, but they don't really want to put in the work. And I got to where I got to by putting in the work, sacrificing a lot of things. You know, left my mother in the hood until I was able to move her out the hood, and she didn't have to work again. That's what I did. So a lot of sacrifices. I wanted to move her with me when I first left, but you have to sacrifice something to get something, and that's what these fighters don't want to do. They don't want to sacrifice nothing.
Do you think that's because, you know, I know a lot of them get with Al, and and when they do get with Al,
I think when fighters get with Al, you know, I don't mean to cut you off, baby.
No, go ahead.
When fighters get with Al, we want what Floyd got. We want a private jet. We want Bugattis. We want mansions in New York, LA, Vegas, Miami. This took years and years and years of hard work. And I'm very, very appreciative, and I'm very thankful. I don't take nothing for granted. I know a lot of times people have seen me in the past, you know, with the flamboyant style, or I'm the flashiest, you know, I razzle, I dazzle, you know what I'm saying? But the real Floyd Mayweather has a great heart, you know, love my children, love my fans, and fans come to me all the time. Floyd, can you take pictures? Can you sign autographs? Some days I just want to just enjoy it. I just want to have time for myself and go one day without signing autographs or taking pictures. But it hurts my feelings sometimes that I can't take pictures or sign autographs for all my fans.
When discussing the upcoming rematch with Manny, it becomes clear why Floyd is often considered one of the smartest fighters in boxing. Manny Pacquiao is currently spending long hours in the gym preparing for the fight. Many videos show the Filipino legend training intensely, sparring with partners, and displaying impressive speed and skill during his training camp. Manny has been preparing for this rematch for several months with serious dedication. Fans are even able to watch parts of his workout routine through videos on his YouTube channel. Floyd, on the other hand, rarely shares clips showing how he prepares or spars before a bout. He prefers to stay quiet and out of the spotlight. Floyd almost never gives interviews or reveals details about what happens inside his gym. Since the rematch announcement, he has remained mostly silent, choosing to focus on training privately. However, a leaked video from one of Floyd's recent workouts quickly spread across social media and caught everyone's attention.
Devil Grant. Again. Again. Right roll.
And drop. Punch it, point it. Here we go. Drop. Walkie. Patient. Six. Patient.
Look at it.
You gotta make a distance.
Despite being away from professional boxing for many years, Mayweather Jr. still appears sharp and physically prepared. It is obvious that he continues to stay in good condition and keeps his skills polished even without fighting regularly. Floyd's cousin, Mayweather, recently spoke about the legend's preparation for the match. He has been helping Floyd train and shared several interesting insights from their time in the gym. Lou quickly rejected claims that Floyd is slowing down with age. Instead, he suggested that Manny Pacquiao appeared slower during his recent fight against Mario Barrios. According to Lou, Floyd still looks quick and skilled enough to compete with any professional boxer, even as he approaches 50 years old. He also explained that Manny has been through many difficult battles in his career and has even suffered knockouts. In his opinion, those intense fights may have taken a physical toll on Pacquiao. Floyd, meanwhile, has stayed active in training and kept his technical abilities sharp, which might become a key factor in the rematch. Lou also warned Manny that Floyd may actually be stronger now, something that could give him a big advantage. Looking at the fight itself, Lou believes Manny will try to match Floyd's pace, while Floyd could possibly control the match and secure.
Yeah, I feel like it might be a different fight on Pacquiao end, because we've seen him in the ring. He has slowed down. Floyd hasn't slowed down. So the last fight, of course, was a high stakes chess match. I think this fight plays out as a Manny trying to keep up with Floyd.
Wow.
You know, because he is still that sharp. And I'm not just talking, he still is that sharp. It's ridiculous. And because we don't see Manny been in wars, Manny been knocked out, you know, that takes a toll on the body. Even before his return, when he fought Ugas, he didn't. Or who did he fight last?
Barrios.
No, before Barrios. Who did he fight before Barrios?
He retired on Ugas.
Yeah, all right, so I am right. The Ugas fight, yeah, the loss, right? He didn't look that. He looked old then. So you know, that takes a toll on the body, and Floyd doesn't really have that toll. Floyd, you know, even now, we're far out. He's still cut up. And he got stronger. That's age brings strength. So he still is sharp and he's stronger. So yeah, I see this playing as a Manny trying to keep up with Floyd, and you know, Floyd just kind of pitching easy.
Kay was also questioned about Floyd's reason for accepting the rematch, especially since he already has little left to prove by fighting Pacquiao again. The trainer seemed unsure when answering and admitted that he did not fully understand why Mayweather felt the need for this bout. However, he eventually suggested that a purse worth hundreds of millions of dollars could motivate almost anyone to return to the ring at nearly 50 years old. At the same time, he added that Floyd's competitive spirit and fighter's mindset might also push him to accept the challenge of facing Manny once more.
Conclusion was already made in the first one, so having the rematch, just knowing, you know, Floyd, I know that he's a perfectionist hearing you. Is that a little bit why? Like, is this rematch a little bit more of he wants to do it in a different kind of way? What do you think the true motivation to have this rematch?
I don't know. You know, I didn't ask too many questions about it.
That's fair. I mean,
you know, we started working, now we're working. You know, it's whatever he wants to do. I'm sure.
That's a question for Floyd.
Yeah. I'm not sure. You know, I'm sure a couple $100 million motivates anybody.
True.
But I think the same thing I think with Floyd, the same thing I think with Manny, I think with Floyd, he's a fighter at heart. He doesn't know any different. So it doesn't matter what the motivation is, you know, when it comes to stepping in the ring, you know, I think he's going to do it to the best of his ability.
Even if Mayweather has nothing left to prove in this rematch, it does not mean he will enter the fight unprepared. He understands how important this bout could be if he ever decides to return to professional boxing in the future. More than anything, Floyd wants to protect his undefeated record. That perfect record of 50 wins and 0 losses means more to him than the massive payday he could receive from the fight. Lou also warned Manny that Floyd is taking his training camp very seriously. Every movement during their pad sessions has a clear purpose that Floyd studies carefully. He also pointed out that Floyd's ring intelligence is far above most fighters. Because of that advantage, Manny is unlikely to have an easy night when they meet in the ring.
He, like, when they say Floyd Mayweather, you know, even at this age, it's unparalleled.
Yes, and it's so crazy. I don't even know how to describe it. He's just that much smarter than everybody else. That's just what it boils down to. His IQ is so much better than everybody else's, right? Everything we do on the mitts, we're doing it for a reason when we do it. And I think that's the difference between him and other fighters is if you're in the mitts, if you're doing the mitts with other fighters and you stop, most of them can't tell you why we just did what we did. He can tell you everything. He can tell you the reason he stepped with his left foot before his right foot. Everything has a purpose. Yeah, so that he's just that much smarter than everybody else.
When you guys did the pad work, what did he tell you? Did he smile? Like, was he proud? Was he happy?
No, it was business as usual. It's like he knew what was going on. He knew what happened. He knew I put the work in, so it wasn't like we went slow to kind of build things up. It was, you know, let's go to work. Yeah. And that's the way I would have preferred it, right? Because I did the work. I remember when I first started, Otis had asked me, "Oh, do you want to do mitts with your cousin?" And I told him no, because I wanted to make sure that whenever it was time for us to do mitts, I had everything down, right? It wasn't going to be him teaching me from scratch. So I went through the process, right? I built from the ground up, you know, and I made myself the best I could be to the point to where when eventually we did do mitts, it wasn't much to say. You know, we were just going through it. The things he says is things mostly he prefers, right? We got to do it this way because he's a perfectionist.